Here are the translations assigned for Wheelock chapter 28. Auctor sapiens et diligens turpia vitet, et tantum plura bona probet. Okay, so we've got two clauses, right? We've got et is going to divide our clauses from each other. So let's first take the first clause, which is here, Auctor sapiens et diligens turpium vitet. So for that, where's my verb? And I parse it. Vitet. This is present tense, subjunctive mood, active voice, third singular. So how do I translate this? Well, I've got subjunctive mood all by itself in the main clause. So that is the jussive use. So this is let him avoid. The verb is vito, vitare. Does it have an odd? Vitavi? I don't remember if it has an odd perfect. Vitum. But certainly vito, vitare. That much I remember. Let him avoid. It's first conjugation. So that E in there tells you, from our little memory phrase, we fear a liar. It's a first conjugation verb. So so that E tells me I'm in the subjunctive. Do I have a nominative? Yes, I do. It's auctor. Let an author avoid. And then I've got, these are, well, here, we'll march through our steps. C, is there an accusative for the direct object? There is. Turpia. Turpia. That's neuter accusative plural. It means ugly things, or the morally ugly things is the idea. Foul things. Let and then what kind of author? Sapiens et diligens. Both of these are adjectives. They're also nominative masculine singular because they agree with auctor. Remember, adjectives have to agree with the nouns they modify in gender, number, and case. So these are both masculine, singular, and nominative because auctor is masculine, singular, and nominative. So let a sapiens, wise, and diligens, hard-working or diligent, let a wise and hard-working author avoid foul things, turpia things, foul things. And now we got to do the same thing over for the second part of our sentence. Where is the verb? It's probet. It has the same parsing. It's also present subjunctive mood, active voice, third singular. It's also in a coordinate main clause. Let him approve. What things is he improving? We've already got our B. That's auctor. We already know that. Part C, is there an accusative now in this clause for the direct object? And yes, there is. Plura bona. That's also plura bona is neuter accusative plural. It's many good things. Let him approve many good things. Tantum. What does tantum mean? If you had to look it up, you found it just means just or only. So let a wise and hardworking author avoid foul things, and let him approve only many good things. So there's the proper translation. Now let's go to 8. Imperium duci potentiori dabunt, ut hostes acerrimos avertat. Okay. Once again, I've got two clauses. Ut always starts a new clause. When you see ut, you know you've got a new clause. So let's take just the first clause first. Where's the verb in that clause? It's dabunt. Let's parse it. This is future tense, indicative mood, active voice, and it's third singular, third person singular. They will give. They will give. Is there a nominative to serve as the subject? No, there is not. No, there is not. So it's just they. They will give. Is there an accusative to be the direct object? Yes, there is. Imperium. Imperium is a neuter accusative singular. Imperium. They will give the power or authority, or imperium, the imperial power, the command authority. In fact, that's probably the best translation for that. They will give the command authority. And now what is the rest of what are these words doing? Duci potentiori. You had to recognize that potentiori was kind of your clue. Because we just learned these comparatives, and those take third declension endings. Duci is from dux, leader, which is also a third declension. So that's a dative. Duci potentiori is dative. How do we translate a dative? With to or for. So they will give the command authority to a more powerful, potentiori, more powerful leader. They will give the command authority to a more powerful leader. There's our first clause. Now let's do let's move that down. Let's do our second clause. Ut hostes akerimos avertat. What about the verb for that? The verb there is avertat. That's subjunctive mood. Active voice, present tense, third singular. So how are we going to translate that? Well, it's a subjunctive following ut, so we should translate it with ut. So in order that he may turn away, avert, turn back, probably. Turn back. Do I have a nominative? Not in this clause. No, it's just he. Do I have an accusative to serve as the direct object? I do. It's hostes akerimos. Most sharp, most skilled, most difficult hostes, enemies. So we've got, they will give the command authority to a more powerful leader in order that he may turn back the very powerful enemies. So there's our correct translation. All right, those are the translations for chapter 28, the parsings of those verbs, and everything we talked about in these translations will of course appear on the next quiz.